The text came at 6 p.m. Stay home tonight. Don't embarrass us. My sister. 3 hours before the annual Children's Hospital Gala. I was already dressed. Invitation on my desk. Gown steamed and hanging on the door. Her message had 3 laughing emojis. Like it was a joke. It wasn't. What do you do when your family treats you like a liability and you're their biggest benefactor? When they tell you to stay invisible and your name is about to go on a wall? She had no idea what I'd signed 3 months ago. No idea who I'd become while she was busy erasing me. I looked at my gown. Then I looked at the contract on my desk. And I made a choice. Before I tell you what happened in that ballroom, drop a comment. Where are you watching from? What time is it there? Hit like if you've ever been told to make yourself smaller. And subscribe, because this story is just getting started. I was always the wrong kind of daughter. Too loud, too ambitious, too much. My sister was the golden one. Perfect smile. Perfect marriage. She married a lawyer from a good family. I went to state school on scholarship. Worked nights. Built a tech consultancy from my apartment. Our parents loved her life. They were silent about mine. At her wedding, they spent $90,000 on flowers alone. When I landed my first contract, my mom said, "That's nice, honey," and changed the subject. I learned early. Keep your head down. Keep your work quiet. Then I met Mrs. Arnault. She was 74. Former chief financial officer. Dying of cancer. She hired me to audit her estate software. We worked together for 8 months. One night, she looked at me over her reading glasses and said, "You keep score, don't you?" I nodded. "Good," she said. "Make them eat receipts, not words." She passed 2 years ago. Left me her planner system and a single piece of advice. Document everything. So I did. Every email, every invoice, every donation receipt, every pledge letter. Color-coded. Cross-referenced. Backed up in 3 places. The gala was in 6 hours, and my sister had no clue she was about to eat her words. 10 minutes after the text, she called. "Did you get my message?" "I got it," I said. "So you're staying home?" Not a question. A command. "Why would I do that?" I asked. She exhaled like I was a child. "Because David's firm is sponsoring tonight. His clients will be there. The optics matter. David, her husband, the lawyer. What optics? You know what I mean. You'll talk too much. You'll wear the wrong thing. You'll make it awkward." My mother's voice cut in. She was on speaker. "For once, think of someone besides yourself." I felt the old reflex. Apologize. Shrink. Agree. Instead, I asked, "Did you even look at the guest list?" My sister laughed. "Why would you be on it?" Silence. "We already told people you're traveling for work," my mother added. "It's cleaner this way." "Cleaner," I repeated. "Don't make this difficult," my sister said. "David's worked really hard for this night. Just let us have it." I looked at the contract on my desk. $500,000 over 5 years. My name in bronze. On a wall. In a building. "I have to go," I said. "So we agree. You'll stay home?" I hung up. I didn't argue. I had something better than words. I sat on the edge of my bed. Gown beside me. Maybe they were right. Maybe I was selfish. Maybe showing up would burn the bridge forever. My phone buzzed. Email from David, my brother-in-law. Subject line, tonight's event. It was polite. Carefully worded. Corporate letterhead at the top. Given the firm's sponsorship tier and client presence, your attendance may cause undue confusion. We hope you understand. Carbon copied. My mother, my father. It read like a legal warning. I stared at the screen. He didn't ask. He instructed. Like I was a problem to manage, a risk to mitigate. I almost unzipped the gown. Almost put it back in the closet. Almost believed I was the villain in their story. Then I looked at my desk. The drawer. The files. The ones they never asked to see. I pulled the folder. The one labeled Foundation. And I remembered what Mrs. Arnault said. Let the work speak. I thought I'd lost. I hadn't. I'd just forgotten who I was. I opened the folder. 3 years of monthly donations. Children's Hospital Foundation. $8,000. Every month, auto debit. April 2021 to present. Total $288,000. All anonymous. I never told anyone. Not my parents. Not my sister, no one. The foundation sent me a thank you plaque last year. Brushed aluminum. My name engraved. It's still in my closet. Bubble wrapped. I pulled the pledge letter. The one I signed last April. Countersigned by the hospital's Director of Development. Benefactor tier annual commitment. That's what it said. My sister spent $90,000 on wedding flowers. I spent that much in 3 months. Silently. The difference? She wanted applause. I wanted kids to live. I looked at the second document. The one I hadn't told them about. The one that would go live tonight. At 8:15. On a screen. In front of 400 people. I smiled. Not revenge. Just truth. But that wasn't the part they'd announced tonight. I hadn't told them about the other agreement. I had 90 minutes before the gala. Then I heard the knock. She didn't text. Didn't call. She just showed up, my sister. Full evening dress. Hair and makeup camera ready. I opened the door. We need to talk, she said. I stepped aside. She walked in. Her eyes went straight to the gown on my bed. Her face changed. You're really going to do this? Do what? I asked. Ruin tonight. Make it about you. I didn't answer. She tried charm first. Softer voice. Hand on my arm. Look, I know we haven't always been close, but David's managing partner will be there. This is his night. If you show up and it's weird, it reflects on him. How would it be weird? I asked. She hesitated. Then the mask dropped. I will call the venue. I will tell them you're not well. Do not test me. Why does it matter if I'm there? Because, her voice cracked. Because David is up for equity partner. Tonight is his showcase. If the family looks chaotic, it could cost him the vote. There it was. Not about me, about his career. I looked at her. Really looked. She wasn't angry. She was terrified. I'm going, I said quietly. She stared. Then turned. Slammed the door on her way out. I had 90 minutes. I put on my dress. I sat at my desk one more time. Pulled the second document. The one that changed everything. Naming gift agreement. Signed 3 months ago. $500,000? Over 5 years. To endow the new pediatric cardiology wing. My name, my full name, on the dedication plaque. And on tonight's program, I checked my email. The one from 2 weeks ago? From the director. Subject. Honored to recognize you. Your remarks are scheduled for 8:15 p.m. We cannot thank you enough for your transformational generosity. Transformational. My sister wanted me invisible. The hospital wanted me on stage. David's firm was a silver sponsor. $25,000 table. I was founder circle, 20 times that. I printed 2 copies of the agreement. One for my purse, one for the file. Then I called my car. The clock read 7 p.m. I had 1 hour and 15 minutes. Not to prepare, to breathe. Because I knew what was coming. And there was no stopping it now. In the car, I had time to think. My sister isn't evil. She's scared. She built her entire identity on one thing. Marriage, image, being the successful one. And I threatened that. Not on purpose. Just by existing. By working quietly. By giving quietly. By becoming someone. David's firm donated $25,000 tonight. That bought them a silver sponsor table. Mid-room placement. Logo in the program. I gave $500,000. That bought a wing. And a name, mine. If that came out, every family dinner script would rewrite itself. Every "your sister's doing so well" would curdle. She didn't need me to fail. She needed me small, so she could stay big. It wasn't malice. It was survival. But I was done surviving in the margins. The car pulled up to the venue. Red carpet, photographers, lights. I saw her through the glass doors. My sister, standing with David, smiling. She hadn't seen me yet. I stepped out. The evening was about to begin, and I knew exactly what to do. Nothing. Just show up, and let the truth do the rest. I made a decision in that moment. I wouldn't announce myself. I wouldn't confront anyone. I wouldn't cause a scene. I would sit quietly at my assigned table. Front row. Founder Circle section. Table 1. Seat 3. I would let the program proceed exactly as planned. Because the hospital already scheduled it. The director already printed it. My name was already in the program. I didn't need to do anything. I just needed to exist. I texted the director as I walked in. "I'll be there. Thank you for the invitation to speak." She replied immediately. "We are so honored. See you at 8:15. I walked through the doors. The ballroom was gold and glass, chandeliers, hundreds of people in gowns and tuxedos. I saw my sister's face turn. She saw me. Her smile froze. David saw me next. His hand touched her elbow. A warning. I didn't look at them. I walked to my table, front and center. My name was on a place card. I sat. The room hummed with conversation. I folded my hands, and I waited. 60 seconds turned into minutes. Dinner was served. My sister's table was mid-room. Silver tier. She didn't eat. Neither did I, because I knew what was coming. At 8:15, the evening was about to change. At 8:14, the lights dimmed. The director of the Children's Hospital Foundation stepped to the microphone. She was 70, silver hair, warm smile. She thanked the sponsors, listed the tiers, bronze, silver, gold. David's firm got applause, mid-level, polite. I watched my sister clap. Tight smile. Then the director paused. "Tonight," she said, "we have the privilege of honoring a donor whose generosity will change lives for generations." The room went quiet. 3 years ago, this individual began giving monthly, quietly, consistently, without fanfare. I felt eyes turning. Then, earlier this year, she made a commitment that will endow our new pediatric cardiology wing. The screen behind her lit up. A rendering of the building. Glass and steel, bright, modern, and across the front in bronze letters, my name. My sister's face drained of color. The director smiled. "It is my honor to invite our Founder Circle donor to say a few words." "Please join me in thanking," she said my name. The room erupted, applause, a standing ovation. I stood, my legs felt light. My heart was steady. I walked to the stage. I didn't look at my sister. I looked at the room, 400 people, standing, for me. I took the microphone. "Thank you," I said. I'm not great at speeches. But I want to say this. I paused. I had a mentor once, Mrs. Arnaud. She taught me that wealth isn't about what you keep. It's about what you give, and who you become when no one's watching. The room was silent. This wing will save lives. That's all I wanted. Thank you for letting me be part of it. I handed back the microphone. The director hugged me. The applause came again. I returned to my seat. The screen still glowed behind me. My name, in bronze. I glanced at my sister's table. Her seat was empty. She'd left. David sat frozen, staring. My parents 2 tables over looked stunned, confused, proud maybe. Or just surprised. I didn't know, and for the first time I didn't care. My sister and David left before dessert. No goodbye, no eye contact, just gone. After the program ended, my parents approached. Slowly, awkwardly. My father spoke first. "We didn't know." I nodded. "I know." My mother touched my arm. "Why didn't you tell us?" I looked at her. Really looked. "You never asked what I do. You asked me not to embarrass you." She flinched. My father cleared his throat. "We're proud of you." It should have felt good. It didn't. It just felt late. "Thank you," I said. "I appreciate that." They left soon after. I stayed until the end. Shook hands. Thanked the director. Went home alone. 3 weeks later, the wing broke ground. I wore a hard hat. Held a ceremonial shovel. Cameras flashed. I brought a photo of Mrs. Arno, kept it in my pocket. She would have loved it. That night, I finally unwrapped the old plaque, the one from my first year of giving. I hung it in my office, next to her portrait. My sister sent an email 4 days after the gala. Subject at the photos. No apology, but something softer. I saw the pictures of the groundbreaking. The wing is beautiful. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Not I'm sorry I tried to erase you, but a step. I sat with it for 2 days. Then I replied, "Thank you. I hope we can start over." I meant it. Not because I needed her approval, but because I wanted peace more than I wanted to be right. She never replied. That's okay. I set a boundary after that. I'll attend family events when I'm invited as myself. Not as a problem to manage. So far, I've been to 1 dinner. It was stiff, polite, but I wasn't invisible. And that's enough. Here's what I learned. You don't need permission to take up space. Generosity isn't about applause. But silence isn't virtue. It's survival. And I'm done surviving in the margins. I want to ask you something. Have you ever been told to shrink yourself for someone else's comfort? What did you do? Did you stay quiet or did you show up anyway? Drop your story in the comments. I read everyone. And if this story resonated, hit subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from. One last thing. This is a fictionalized dramatization for educational and entertainment purposes, not legal or financial advice. But the lesson is real. You don't need their permission to be generous or visible. I don't hide anymore, and neither should you.